Hello, everybody. Welcome to another interesting edition of MỌL'ÈDè, the channel that teaches the language and the culture of Yoruba people. My name is Itunu. Ẹ kú ilé yín èèyàn wa. Ṣàlàáfíà lẹ wà. Orúkọ tèmi ni Itunu. Ẹ kú àbọ̀ sórí ètò MỌL'èDè. Yes. Channel that ti ń sọ nípa àṣà àti èdè ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Lénìí mo máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àṣà. Today I'm going to be talking about culture, one of the cultures of the Yoruba people. You see, I told you on this channel, I've said it several times, that Yoruba people are very cultural people, and they have, diverse cultures. So one of the cultures I'm going to be the culture rather I'm going to discuss today has to do with ownership, that's kingship in Yoruba land. So in Yoruba land we have kings that that rules in their different domains, in their different towns and villages. So when an Oba is crowned in Yoruba land, there are some rules, there are some taboos if you want to call them that governs the Oba. Okay, so the king in Yoruba is an Oba. All right, so today we're going to be talking about the taboos that surrounds an Oba in Yoruba land. Okay, you don't just ascend the throne of your forefathers and then do what you like. There are taboos, there are rules. Okay, come to think of it, when we talk of an Oba, a king, I don't know if you have seen a king in his regalia. All right, so I'm going to show you this picture. This is a king in Yoruba land, Ogunwusienitan Adeyeye. That's the Ooni of Ife. All right, a paramount ruler in Yoruba land. You see him in all his in his regalia. All right, so let's move on to the taboos. All right, so one of the taboos, have you subscribed? Okay, subscribe to this channel, like, share, and again, like I always say on MỌL'èDè, I want to see your inputs. All right, I want to see your contributions. I want to see, tell me how you're feeling about this, how you're feeling me on this program. Okay, let's move on. One of the taboos, Yoruba call taboos èèwọ̀. Literally translate to you mustn't do. Is a taboo. So look at this. Now, once crowned king, he shouldn't see his biological mother again face to face until the woman dies. God forbid our kings will not die before their mothers. No mother will bury their children. All right, so when a king is crowned in Yoruba culture, because I have to say he now because a king is a male. Okay, let me quickly tell you this. You might have seen places where a woman is in the palace, doing the duty of a king. Okay, so she actually is not the king. In Yoruba culture, they usually have a woman stay instead, that will be in office of the king. If the king dies, I'll come to that. In Yoruba land, we don't say king dies, okay? So if a king, you know, at the king's demise, a woman is usually put on the throne. Pending the time, another king would be, you know, installed. All right, so we call them arole. You know, we call them, no, it's not arole. It's I will tell you when I remember. So I'm sorry about that. Okay, so the second one, yes, I remember now. We call them adele. Yes, adele. Okay, arole is another thing entirely. So a king mustn't see his biological mother face to face again until the mother dies. So what happens? You might want to ask me, what happens if the king wants to see his mom? They have a discussion. Actually, a lot of these things, civilization, they, you know, which I think, to me personally, those are the, we say we are civilized. That's why a lot of things are messed up, really. So when a king that is in office wants to see his mom, the mom can come to the palace, and then she will be in a room. The king will be in an adjoining room. They can only come. They will now be communicating. You know, they can only hear one another's voice. If you have another, you know, opinion about this, let me know. But that is what the culture says. She mustn't see him, the king, face to face again. So she will be in one room, the king will be in another room. So they will call Mami, bye, Kabiyesi, you know, and the mother will always call him Kabiyesi. You can't call him by his name again, like we saw King Adewuse, Kabiyesi Adewusenitan, Adeyeye, the king of the Ooniofife. His mom will never call him by name again. It's, I mean, she referred to him as Kabiyesi, or call me, and all that, you know. So the second one, he shouldn't look inside his crown. All right, he shouldn't look inside his crown. Never. He shouldn't, you know, maybe take his crown, you know, remove the crown from his head and look inside of it. All right. No. Once the crown is placed on his head, you know, it's there. It's not his business to remove it. And then, come on, what are you even looking at this side? All right. So the third one, he shouldn't prostrate for anyone again in his lifetime. Once crowned a king in Yoruba land, he will never, no circumstance at all, will make him prostrate for anybody. I mean, when I say anybody, I mean anybody. So that's why in Yoruba land, when during the preparation, when they are preparing the king, I mean, to ascend the throne, after all the, you know, we call it etutu, all the sacrifices, after all the sacrifices has been done, the kingmakers, all of them will prostrate. No, they will ask him to prostrate for them. At some instances, if the kingsmakers, if they want to be dramatic, at the first instance, when they go to tell the particular individual that you will now be the king, they will make him, I mean, it's so funny, they will make him prostrate. They will just grab him. What? No, cause prostrate. He'll be like, what did I do? That was in those days anyway, when they don't lobby for these things. I mean, a lot has changed really. People now lobby to be king. Come on. I mean, who was to be king before? So they would just grab him. Oh yeah, prostrate now. Then what did I do? What did I? Just prostrate. They can beat him. They can, if they want to be dramatic, and then he will prostrate. And then they will now prostrate for him and say, Kabiyesi, you are our next king. You'll be like, oh my God, what is, they will grab him from there. A lot of time in those days, people are reluctant to be king. Not nowadays, they are loving to be kings. Okay, so now again, they can do that again after they finish all the sacrifices, all the tutu, all what they need to do in preparation for his coronation. When they now finish all, they will now prostrate. This and everything. He will never, under no circumstance, will he prostrate for anyone again in his lifetime. And then the fourth one, a crowned king should not, under any circumstance, see a corpse. No way. He doesn't see a corpse again in his lifetime, no matter whose corpse it is, no matter who the dead body is. A Yoruba king doesn't see corpse. All right, and even it's so serious that Yoruba king doesn't go to attend burials. No, he will send a representative to go. If the person that died is so important to him, he will send a representative to go and represent him. And when he does that, he will give the representative his staff. In Yoruba we call it opashe, his staff of office. So maybe you've been to a function where you see someone with a staff of office. That means that individual was sent by a king. All right, so the last one. Now, when a king dies in Yoruba, we don't say the king died. At his demise, we don't say the king died, but rather we say he entered the roof or ceiling, which literally means that in Yoruba they will say Oba wo aja. Now aja is ceiling or roof, so we don't say in Yoruba that hey, the king died. No, they will say Oba wo aja. So when you hear, I've taught you on this channel that Yorubas, we don't speak with all our mouths open. We don't speak with all our mouths open. We speak with a lot of figures of speech or Zimoron. Maybe I've taught you. Come on. So this is a reigning king in Yoruba land. I have very deep respect for him. Maybe that's why I'm using this picture. That's the Oni of Ife. Or Taboos, that is, you see him with his staff of office. That thing is holding is a staff of office. So if he's sending someone to go and attend a burial, he will just give the person that staff. You see him with another one over there. So yeah, that's it. Like I said, you see that crown on his head, he mustn't by any reason, no reason at all, remove it from his head and peep have a peep inside. He mustn't see his mother, biological mother again. He mustn't prostrate for anybody, no matter who that person is. So let me know your thoughts. I plan to to give you insight into a lot of our culture, so that we don't forget our culture. We don't forget where we are coming from. So I hope you have learned something today about Yoruba kings. So let me know your comments, share the video, like, comment. I mean, do whatever you want to do with it. Until I come your way again next week, take care of yourself, be safe, and we greet all the obas in the house. You. I will teach you. You know, I began to teach greetings last week. Okay, I'll teach you how to greet an oba in Yoruba, so that you don't just say an oba and stretch out your hands. No. So until I see you next week, I love you. Stay safe. Bye.